see you call me about. Don't care if I'm giving up too much, 'cause I know there's nothing sweeter than the moment when we touch. I can't escape this feeling of your love, but then suddenly it's easy when I see you call me up. 'Cause I don't care if I'm giving up too much, 'cause I know there's nothing sweeter than the moment when we touch. I can't escape this feeling of your love, and suddenly it's easy when I see you call me up. 'Cause I don't care if I'm giving up too much, 'cause I know there's nothing sweeter than the moment when we touch. I can't escape this feeling of your love, but then suddenly it's easy when I see you call me about. Don't care if I'm giving up too much, 'cause I know there's nothing sweeter than the moment when we touch. I can't escape this feeling of your love, but then suddenly it's easy when I see you call me up.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the AMP Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
What's that?
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. That's called a sound bed.
Nice.
I'm gonna tell you, Josh has a photogenic memory.
Nice.
I showed him this morning. He knows all the pieces.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Happy Monday to you.
Welcome. Happy day after Father's Day.
Happy day for Father's Day.
I gotta say, I gotta welcome some friends.
Let's do it.
WCAP in Boston, 980 a.m. Yeah. Morning, the day after Father's Day. Our friend Jack Newman from on South Florida. We're on his station today. Welcome to all of his people. Because today we're going to change your frequency. I tried to do that this morning.
Change everyone's frequency? I know.
I brought him in here, and I said, everybody dance. But I didn't have Slick with me. I didn't have Haley with me. I didn't have some of the booga-wooga.
You didn't have Bailey is what you were missing.
I didn't have Bailey.
Tomorrow we try again.
I had every morning. We're going to do this. You should see Texas. Now, Texas, I put TikTok because she dances all over the place.
She wasn't awake yet, though. She just got back from Father's Day weekend.
I mean, she's not awake.
She was not awake yet. She was doing her thing.
What thing? Sleep?
I don't know.
She walks among us.
Happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Show live on WCAP 980 AM in Boston, all over our social media streaming platforms. It is a great, beautiful 101 degrees down here in sunny South Florida. Oh, look like we've got the police parked outside. So you know we are safe. Officer Krupke in the house.
Oh,
just
Jesus.
kidding. Anyways.
Now, do you know what I'm wearing?
You're wearing a banana tie.
For those of you who cannot see, this is a banana tie. Now, this has history, this tie. The last time I wore this tie was during our
solar eclipse
at the Heart of Delray up in West Palm Beach. And my friends, Dawn the Wine Chick and her husband,
Farrell, yes.
Mr. Farrell, I'm very busy, I gotta go play golf now because he retired from telling us the weather. He gave me this. And I wore this. And I swear that I was gonna put it in a frame. And then it got misplaced. I never saw it again. It went into the Dawn zone.
It went into the prop box in the backstage.
It went into the Dawn zone because I looked in every prop box that we have. Not to be found.
But there you have it. And you know why it's a banana tie?
Why is it a banana?
Because it was shaped like a banana, the eclipse at the time. It was just a crescent moon. So he brought you the banana in the crescent moon.
Is that why it's a banana tie?
That's why it's a banana
Are you
tie.
serious?
Yes.
All this time I didn't know that.
What did you think it was for?
I just thought he was bananas.
I'm excited.
Yeah, hello.
I'm excited though. You know what today is? We kick off our 6-year anniversary week at the
Now,
cafe.
you and I, we have a difference of opinion.
You think it's 7 years?
I think it's 7 years.
It could be 12.
It could be 6, it could be 10, it could be a lot of things, but I
gotta-
think it's 7.
I got to tell you, I've been going back and looking at the archives of the film. I can't believe 2016 is when we started up at iHeart with this craziness show you had, Two Boys from Brooklyn.
I remember that.
And then it said Two Boys from Brooklyn and the Dame, Two Boys from Brooklyn and the Broad, Two Boys from Brooklyn and Dawn. And it went on and on and on.
Because we held a contest to see what the female would be on the Two Boys from Brooklyn. Now, a lot of shows have taken the name Two Boys from Brooklyn.
I saw there's a podcast.
That's now. But before all of that happened, this is going back 7 years, more than 7 years. We called it the Two Boys from Brooklyn in Florida.
So I have to ask you though, this whole concept that you and I now have grown into all of the things that we do here at the studio started as a bet.
Yes.
So you want
I was,
our whole careers right now are hedged on your bet.
there was a gentleman, a good friend of mine at the time, who made me a $50 bet that I would not go on radio and do a show. So I said, put the money up and I do it. And he put the $50 up. I said, so if I go on the radio and do a 27-minute skit, you'll give me that money? He says, yeah. So I went in there and I did it. And it was horrible. They made a CD of it for me. I used to play it at parties as a joke. It was horrible. And you know, I did a slick.
You really?
I did a slick.
No.
Yeah, you know, the elephant in the room, it ran me over. It was horrible. I remember I presented it to Linda, and Linda said, do me a favor, don't ever play that again. I said, why? She says, this is the worst thing I've ever heard. But it was so bad that I came out, I took the money, and left. After that, Jeff DeForest, who I've known for many, many years, over 15 years, he had a lot of time at WNN. And he was moving on to bigger and better things. So he said, here, take the time, just pay for it. And he gave me all that radio time.
And that's how it all started?
And that's how it started. And I told Gio, I said, Gio, let's go talk to Bobby. Let's see if he'll let me put cameras in the room at 1470 AM, which he did. And I used to sit in there with a laptop. I was like the third wheel in the room.
I remember that. Well, no, I met you already moved on to the room on the other side of the soundboard.
Well, then we got technological advanced because people were saying, can you get out of the room? Now Sarah throws me out of the building.
Now you're at the other
On
side.
the other side. So I went in there and I did all this thing with these different programs. Well, we were streaming through the radio station's website, which was kind of cool. And then Beasley said, you know, you have to move your stuff out because they wanted the copies. And so that's how it happened.
I remember when I met you, I couldn't find the stream. And I kept looking for the stream and looking for the stream. And you interviewed me up at the other station, up at iHeart. And I couldn't find it. And I spoke to Gio and he says, oh no, we can do it this way. And you said, no, we can't. I said, but Gio said we can. And boom, the rest is history. And here we sit again.
And the funny thing is that at the time you and Gio started to talk, and there was this new platform that came out that
Called
Gio
Facebook?
he was actually the beta. We were using our show as a beta for Facebook. And there's this new platform called Facebook.
Isn't that funny?
So I refused to go on Facebook, remember? It was beta. I says, I'm not going on the beta platform. And they were trying streaming, not the Facebook was new, but the beta for the streaming was new. The way they did it. It was really complicated to get the shows up there. Now everybody uses their phone, everything, but all of that happened when we started.
The thing, that was only 6 years ago and it's so brand new. I
7.
remember talking to Gio and he says, you can have one stream, or we could have two. We had the restream, he goes, you can have one more. So that was the one more because we were trying to figure out how to do it, what to get out there. And that was all before any of this technology of what we do now. And it doesn't seem it was that long ago, but yet I look at the pictures and I look at our content and some of our guests that have moved on to such incredible success, like Alexa Carlin from Women in Power Expo. I was looking at her interview today, Michelle Dempsey, who's not Dempsey anymore. And she moved on and she's been all over national syndicated
Alicia
TV.
Curry.
I mean, right. So many people that we've interviewed have gone on to such unbelievable, greatness and success. It's amazing.
The nice thing about all this is they came in and they helped us grow the business and their awareness. They amplified their business, and they gave us a chance to try different things. So this weekend, Saturday and Sunday,
I don't know how you did
spend
it.
18 hours, if not more, on the new platform that's coming out. So today we are on a radio station. We're on another platform with South Florida. This afternoon I'm testing 4 radio stations at one time now.
Wow.
I could do endless with this platform we have now. So I could put it all over the place on radio. I could burn the video on their platform as well, depending on the show. And when at the middle of the day today, we're going to go 11 to 12 in Boston. When we leave Boston, we're going to go 12 to 1. We're going to have the news in between 12 to 1 for 4 minutes so that we can catch our breath and everything else. We'll play another song because these radio stations allow music. And then we come back and we'll be playing the 2020 game or
Did
something.
you notice I gave you a studio audience next to you?
Yes, I was wondering. But they don't have no popcorn. What happened to the little popcorn thing we used to have?
I don't know. Do we used to have a popcorn? I figured you needed like a studio audience in your whole tribe. How was your Father's Day?
Worked.
Didn't do anything.
I watched the Mets lose to the Marlins. Congratulations, Marlins.
Oh, next week, and then we've got a big event happening.
I got breaking news. I'm gonna tell you something. There is a rumor that Sunday when we go down to Miami Stadium to watch the Mets and the Marlins play, Mad Max is coming off of the injured list
Really?
and he's playing. Mad Max from the New York Mets, 5-1, the $48 million player for I think 2 years, is coming back off an injury and they are circling Sunday. If this happens, if I get to see Mad Max pitch one time in my life in person, you know, it's another bucket list. You
This
know?
is such a great event that we need to put the flyer up that we are so honored to
We
be
have to send it.
participating in. We're going to send that over there. The Marlins and the Mets are playing on Sunday down at Marlins Stadium. I don't even know what the stadium is called anymore because it's been sold a few times over. But the game's at 12:05, and not only do we get to participate in the game, but there is a great event happening for all of the foster children in South Florida. And they're working with 4 foundations, organizations, to send foster children to this game for free. They're looking for sponsors if anyone is interested in helping offset the cost of sending one of these foster children from JAFCO or SOS Children Village or the other foundations. It's only $18 to sponsor a child. They get lunch. I got to talk to the powers that be because they're sending them with peanuts, and peanuts and children and me don't seem
That's
to
not
jive.
good because they could be allergic and they could choke to death.
Correct. So I need to talk to the powers that be that said they're going with peanuts. But other than that,
Let's do popcorn.
they get lunch, they get a snack, they get water. It's free parking for the adults that are taking them down there, and a free ticket to go to the game. And it happens to be the Mets for you. You know, I kind of am fond of Billy the Marlin because we're here. But for me, I love the kids. So to see all these kids light up, and you and I get to serve food.
Well, I'm going to tell you the second part of this piece. There's another rumor that the pitcher for the Marlin is going to be the guy that beat the Mets yesterday, and he's a candidate for Cy Young. That's the best pitcher in baseball. And this kid yesterday
Wow.
is good. Imagine him and Max. You're talking about a pitching duel. It's going to, if Max is healthy.
You excited about
Oh
the
my
game?
God. And he asked us if we would go serve food. I'm all in.
I know. So it's going to be a long day, but we're going to be down at 10 o'clock serving lunch to these kids.
Exactly.
Heading out at 11:30 to the stadium, and tickets. Actually, I don't even know what the price of the tickets are, but we can get you the information. But if you want to help sponsor a child, let us know. Give us a call, 888-994-4995, Studio A, only $18. And you know how I found out about the change of times?
You looked it up.
My son. Because I know
he
he
looked
wants to go. His best friend and he were going to this game. And I said, oh, why don't you come along with us? So I asked for extra tickets, and I sent the flyer, and they said, no, that's the wrong time. I go, what do you mean it's the wrong time?
It's
That's
an
how I
early,
found
it's
out.
an early day special.
It's an earlier game, which is great. It's going to be a hot day. But
And I heard Kenny Love wants to go down there dressed up giving out flowers. And I'm going to tell you something. I encourage it. I told Kenny that I would carry his flowers for him.
Did you?
100%.
So what are you going to wear?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know yet. I'm thinking if I can
Thinking
get
about
a
what
Mets
are we
jersey.
going to wear to
I got to
this
get a
event?
Mets jersey, but I don't want to get beat up down in Miami.
That's a lot of Met fans. It's because Aaron's best friend is a huge Met fan. I know Kenny loves a Met fan, but he's going in his Elvis costume. It's
Yeah.
going to be hot for that man.
Yeah, but he says anything for love. And if he gives out flowers, maybe the news comes over. I'm gonna. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wear my cafe.
That's a whole lot
Something
better
cafe.
idea.
Something cafe. What do I have? What do I have? What do I have?
You got your hot dog shirt.
What's our phone number? People could call in and win a shirt.
888-994-4995. Studio A, give us a call. Let us know how you spent your Father's Day. I actually had everyone over my house yesterday. It was very chill. They came over. I had gotten no food. I picked up dessert. That was it. I was working out. My mom comes over. Chelsea's got a bag of chips open on the counter, not even in a bowl. And I wanted to do really low key. Nothing. Is the phone ringing?
Yes, I want a shirt.
888-994-4995. Order dinner in. Everyone just chilled and
So
relaxed.
your daughter had chips for dinner? What, you don't cook?
We know I don't cook. No, but I ordered dinner in. We picked it up. It was easy because we just kept it very easy and simple. I had 2 dogs, a cat, partridge in a pear tree, 2 kids, a lot of things going on in my house. 2 parents, an aide, and we just kept it simple.
I got a shout out for Jack's on Military Road here in Delray.
Jack's Pizza.
Jack's Pizza. I went there, picked up lasagna.
Nice.
Jack's Pizza, best pizza I've ever had in Florida. Check it out. Tell him that.
Better than Bambini's?
Better than everybody.
That Bambini's crust, I gotta tell you, is nice and crunchy.
We're talking about Jack's. We talk about Bambini's later. Jack's, go up and see him on Military Road right before Atlantic Avenue on Military.
Maybe we should check that one out too.
He
we should
is-
look for
I
the
told
best
him we're
pizza in
going
South
up there.
Florida.
I told him we're going up there. So he looked at me, he gave me a salad. The Caesar salad I didn't have to eat. It was so big. But he wants to see the crew. He watched the show, and I told him that I promised him I would give him a shout out.
Let's do it. All right, we're going to take a commercial break. More to come on the Brooklyn Cafe show on this Monday after Father's Day.
What are you
getting
going to
ready
talk
for
about afterwards?
after we get back from the commercial break?
Yeah.
I guess it's going to be a surprise.
It's going to be what kind of
888-994-4995. Studio A. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. I just thought.
Nice job. Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Planning for the future should not be painful and needs to be discussed. From health, family, finances, allow qualified professionals to aid in your planning. Luhu Advisors have been serving South Florida for over 30 years. A licensed real estate broker, insurance agent, assisted living administrator, and certified senior advisor, Paul Solomon is the most qualified and well-rounded advisor for any task. Specializing in real estate, long-term care, life insurance and annuities, Social Security, government benefits, and senior housing. Luhu Advisors. Let us help you.
Good day from the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. We are excited to be collaborating with Eco Trail Trekker Global USA to bring you the Peak Performance Program.
A show where qualified professionals from the health and wellness sector inspire and educate, and where we give charities from the local community a chance to promote themselves to our viewers and listeners. As a potential sponsor, we have financial opportunities to meet all of your business needs. So if you're interested in getting your brand in front of our consumers and viewers and listeners, email us today at thebrooklynCafeTV@gmail.com or give us a call.
866-224-5422.
We'll see you soon.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
House hunting is about to become easier than ever. Our interactive map zeroes in on available listings in your favorite neighborhoods, with all of the details you need to make an informed decision. as well as free email alerts as soon as a property matching your needs pops up in the market. We'll even give you a free and accurate evaluation of your home's value. Statewide Realty Group will make your next home less of a chore today.
Has your heater busted, computer crashed, appliance broken? Then you need ARW Home.
Life's been pretty worry-free since I got covered with ARW Home. Don't waste thousands of dollars on air conditioning, appliance repair, and replacements. Save that money with ARW Home. Protection plans that cover household appliances, systems, and electronics.
My air conditioning broke on a Sunday. I called ARW and they came out and fixed it right away.
Get your free quote today. Call or go to arwhome.com now.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, CEO of MyPillow. Retailers, shopping channels, and now even banks have tried to cancel myself and MyPillow. During these times, your support has meant everything to us. So my employees and I want to personally thank each and every one of you by passing the savings directly on to you. We're selling the best products ever for the best prices ever. For example, we have my towels with proprietary technology, which makes them soft and absorbent. Towels that work, what a concept. They're made with USA cotton and come in a variety of awesome colors. My 6-piece towel set is regularly $109.99, now just $39.99 with your promo code.
Call 800-883-1046.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome back to the show. I'm going to tell you, it's pretty good.
Have you ever been on the hunt for the perfect pillow?
Yes.
Have you found it?
Yes. I got to tell you something. MyPillow, that guy, that product that he has,
Yes.
the sheets are unbelievable. The slippers, unbelievable.
You wear slippers.
Oh my God,
I feel like I can't even imagine you coming to work between the pillow, the sheets, and the slippers. You should just be like in bed, tucked away, nice and cozy all
I
the
should
time.
wear those slippers here. They
You
look like
should.
shoes.
I saw them on TV. I saw them on TV. I saw the slippers on a commercial, and I thought,
amazing.
it's so not fair that you have the slippers at home and you don't bring them in to share with us.
What, you're going to wear my slippers?
I would just like to see them, feel them, touch them. I don't want to smell them. I just want to kind of
I don't want
feel-
you smelling my slippers either.
I just
The
want to feel
towels.
them.
Did you see the
Towels too?
towels? Oh my God. These towels are so super absorbent that when I put it on, I only have to wipe one time. Dry as a bone.
Really? I don't want to get graphic or anything, but you must hold
Everywhere.
a lot of water on that body.
Tons
Because-
of water. I'm like a giant reservoir.
Because here's what I'm thinking. Men's body hair holds water more than women's bodies hold water,
Women
right?
have body hair too.
No, not like men, I don't think. Anyway, so I'm thinking they hold a lot more water, so your towels have to be extra, and I'm totally 100% serious. They have to be extra absorbent for men's body. So if it's really absorbing your water basis,
We got a caller?
we're going to put them through.
I gotta put them through.
The water basis, and it's a great towel for you.
It is the best towel I've ever seen in my life. And they're giving away 20, 60, I don't know, the percentage, a whole percentage. And it's in Cafe, there's a whole
Cafe
quota.
20. MyPillow.com, Cafe 20.
You have to hit it
20%
off the encoder. You have to hit the button that says put the call through.
It says transfer the call over. So we've
Says
got a
transfer.
caller waiting to transfer that over. How many times do you use a towel before you wash it? Oh, I'm afraid to ask. I can't believe I just asked that question.
727 times.
I should really think about what I'm going to ask you before I actually ask you. No, really, how many times before you
Well,
wash
being
a
that I
pillow?
only use a towel once a day, I use multiple. I got 3 towels.
That's what I'm asking.
So putting all
Is
3.
it the whole towel rotation situation? Do you rotate the towels?
No, I
You
just
use
whatever I
one,
grab.
3
But
times
now
and
with
wash it?
this new towel, it takes care of the other ones, pushes them to the back of the room.
What color are they? More
Well,
soft, fluffy. You got to bring it in. I have to feel it.
I'm not bringing my stuff in. I'm not
Wash
bringing-
your towel, bring in the
No.
slippers. I want to bring in
No.
the pillow. Let me tell you what happened. When I approached this lovely age of my mid-50s, which has been not ever so gentle on my life or on yours.
Did you get it? You
Transfer.
Bring in your little
Open
thing
up
up that
the
says
open up the
calls,
phone call app
and
and
hit
just.
transfer.
Hi,
Hey,
how you
how are
doing?
you?
I think I was here the whole time. That was funny.
Who's this?
This is just a random dad. I was calling in to tell you about my weekend.
Hi,
Random dad. Congratulations.
I love that hashtag random dad.
A random dad. Should we call you random, or do you have an?
My daughter flew home and surprised me for Father's Day.
Oh, I know who this
Were you
is.
surprised?
I was very surprised. Okay, I might be Texas' dad.
You might be Texas's dad. Random dad from Texas. Do you have a name?
Scott,
Scott, nice to meet you.
very nice to meet you. We've been watching you guys a bunch.
Well, Texas
Thank
is
you.
awesome. She actually showed us the video this morning of the random dad. We're going to play that, the random dad video when your daughter surprises you for Father's Day. We should put that out.
He didn't know she was coming?
No.
Really? That's a great gift.
No, that's awesome. So you were totally surprised. Did you have a nice Father's Day?
Great Father's Day, yes. The Texas surprise was the best, but yes, great Father's Day.
She is awesome, and I think she looks just like you.
She's my little mini-me.
You saw the pictures?
I saw the video.
I didn't even see the video.
We're going to put it out. It's going to call Random Dad, Daughter Goes Home to Surprise You for Father's Day. It's going to go viral.
That is terrific. So what happened? She came to what? Give us a little rundown.
So how did it go down? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
So we were eating dinner. My wife was making weird stories up about delivery of food, blah, blah, blah. And then the doorbell rings. She said, you know, Stacy hit the door. And I thought it was the delivery guy. So instead, it was little baby Texas.
Little baby Texas.
Wow, that's good.
She's awesome.
You got a gift there. Your daughter is one of the, I tell her every day that the best of her has yet to be seen. She's taken us to another level in her social media presence and everything else that she does in here. She's like a giant ball of energy. I tried to get her to dance this morning. She says she can't dance because it's too early. Try to get them motivated and stuff.
She's done it. I know she can dance.
Well, I got a TikTok that I'm pointing out where she is dancing. I saved that one,
Yes, you did.
but I'm bringing it out this afternoon.
She's awesome. Thank you so much for calling
Come out
in.
of her shell more. We like it. The show has been great for us. It's just that reason. It was perfect for her.
She is totally coming out of her shell the past few weeks. It's amazing
She
how
did
we
her
get
own
to watch
show.
them do it. Yep. Stress and decompress with Katie.
Are we putting on her this Thursday?
We haven't talked to her yet. It's only Monday.
I don't want to get her nervous. I have to sort of spring it on her because she starts thinking about stuff. She gets nervous.
Scott, thank you so much for calling in. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you so much. Keep it up. Great show. We love it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Scott.
Bye-bye.
All right. See you later.
That's fantastic.
So back to my towel question.
Again? We already passed that.
How many times
How many times what?
do you use the same
Why,
towel?
do you want to wash my towels?
No, I'm just thinking, you know what, how many towels I have right now to wash? I've got 2 loads, like mounds
Why?
of towels.
That destroys your washing machine, by the way.
Well, I got to separate them into different amounts.
I use my towel until it's time to wash it. And I go, Freddie needs a new towel today.
Because then there's like the towel rotation. Oh, back to my pillow conversation. So as I approach this middle age of 50-something, finding the right pillow and staying cool and your neck in the right position, I got to tell you, at a certain age, they should come with a warning sign on what this whole situation is. So I've tried all these different pillows in different thickness and different pillowcases and different sheets to stay cool. I actually saw a commercial for an ad for sheets from Japan that are cooling on one side, and then they keep the warmth in on the other. I'm thinking I have to find that ad again and try them. You say my pillow has great sheets, so maybe I'll invest in those.
They have great sheets. And the thing with the pillow, I don't know how he did it, but you have to put it in the dryer to get them fluffy, right?
Because they're like come air compressed?
Yeah. So you get them in the dryer for 15 minutes, you put it on there, and if I sleep on this thing just right, I don't snore.
Really? I'm in.
So Chuck may need 2 or 3 pillows.
I'm in. I am so in, because you know you roll over in the middle of the night and you're like, I don't know if you nudge Linda or not. I try to do
I
it
don't do
gently.
that.
Or
I
I
don't do
kick hard and
I
he's
don't
still
do that.
going, then it's like whack.
I got different problems.
I don't even want to know.
Casper,
Your different problems in the
Casper now
bedroom.
is allowed to roam the house.
Why?
Because they
Because
got a
you
lot
got
of
the
animals.
lizard.
He caught the lizard.
Oh, perfect.
He caught the lizard, put it on the rug, and was whacking it around. So I picked it up. She picked it
Oh,
up and put it
stop.
outside. It lived. It lived.
Nice.
So I had to give him snacks. So I have to leave him alone.
You have to praise Casper now for catching. How about the bees? If you've
All
got a
gone.
whole Noah's Ark in your house.
All gone. Everything's gone.
Bees are gone, lizards gone. Perfect.
Now, the cat now knows. He sits by the door and watches me. Because when I turn out the lights, he sits like a dog at the door. 6 o'clock in the morning. This cat must have like a timer. Jumps up and he's purring so loud in my ear. Now you would think it's cute, right? It's very annoying. Saturday and Sunday I was up at 6. But I had to get up because I had to work anyway. So now I have to let him roam because he's the hunter.
You know, you just wonder at what point are things so cute and then the same situation happens when you're older and it's not cute anymore.
Well, you know, I've been divorced twice.
So your wife was cute back then and she's not so cute now? Is that what it is?
I didn't say that, she did. So you see this? We got a phone call today. We got all these elements working today. I have another few more surprises. Oh, I also found out that our Gmail account, because if you have a Gmail account that's your company name, like ours is Freddie and Dawn at am2.tv, that account you have to pay for. It's no longer free starting on the 27th. I don't know about other people that are like at gmail.com. I don't know how that's working.
Like a personal account?
I don't know. I didn't get all that.
I haven't gotten anything about it.
I don't know. And Gio made us get new accounts. So this weekend I had to try to figure out how to get an email.
Yeah, I had that
Which was
issue
difficult.
last night at like 11 o'clock at night. Never sit and do a project at 11 o'clock on a Sunday night. It's never good. And I always say to myself, don't do it, wait until the morning. But then you think I've got FOMO. It was like this whole FOMO moment for me. I was thinking of Dan actually. So I sit down at 10:30 and I'm thinking, don't do it, don't do it. It's not going to go well for you. Then you think, oh, but that's negative thinking. Be positive. It's going to go well. You're going to successfully get through this. And I halfway successfully got through it, totally stressed out of my mind. And then I hit a snag. They wanted $2.15 a week.
For what?
For my email.
No, that's wrong. You're in the wrong place.
So then I had to text our executive producer, and now it's like 11 o'clock at night. I know he's not going to answer me, and he says, no, that's wrong. We're not doing that. He actually answered me.
Yeah, because I told him if you don't give out the information, they're going to do mistakes. The kids tell me they use this Outlook in school. Linda says that she uses it. Everybody uses this, except us.
So we got it done. We got it taken care of. Over the weekend, I use these different workout platforms, which are pretty cool. And I found this coach that her story is amazing. She's a para-Olympian. Her name is Danielle Umstead. She's 50 years old. She's blind. She's got the same eye disease that Dylan has. Remember he was looking for somebody to interview?
Yes.
She's blind. She has multiple sclerosis. She won the gold medal in Paralympic skiing.
Really?
Fascinating story. So it was totally motivational to listen to her story. And she skis with a guide. She didn't learn to ski until she was 27 years old with her dad. And she has a guide who is now her husband that skis in front of her and tells her where to go, how to go, right, left. And they're kind of in sync as one. And she won the gold Paralympian. And she has multiple sclerosis. So when you think you have a bad day, so I was listening to her all weekend long, talk about mindset. And when she thinks, how can I ever do this? I can't see, I've got MS, I've got all these things in life that have happened to me. I'm just not going to make it down the slopes. She sits and she reframes her mindset. And the next day she gets back on the slopes. And it was that next day that she won. Imagine winning and not even knowing. Like here she is skiing in the Paralympics, not even knowing her time because she can't see it. Not knowing where the slope is because she can't see it. And she wins the gold by changing her mindset. Totally motivational.
You remember the movie Scent of a Woman when Al Pacino was driving a car 100
Yes.
miles an hour? And the guy would say, right, left, oh no!
You're such a cigarette.
Remember that?
But it's really motivational.
Now
What
I
do you
got
have?
something for you. Remember this lady?
You had told me this.
And you got the picture because you
Yes.
sent me the picture.
Yes.
She was on one of the shows I was producing.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, I mean, we do so many interviews in the last 6-7 years. For me, I've been 13. I don't know a lot of people, but they know us.
Yes.
So she came off the elevator and she goes, I know you. Freddie? I went, okay.
Where did we interview her?
Up at the Heart of Del Rey.
Wow.
She had that program where women were being taken.
Sex trafficking.
Sex
human
trafficking.
trafficking.
And she was explaining on the air how the movie Taken is not the way things really work. You usually don't get saved. And so she did a segment that night. But anyway, we're going to bring her in because we're going to do a reunion. It's been 4 years. So she goes to me, it's you and that lady with the...
With that thing.
She goes like this with the one thing, right? I go, yeah, doing. She goes, oh my God, what are you doing? I says, this is my studio. She went, wow. So we were talking and everything else. Good stuff. So you ever talk to somebody, they know you? Well, you got a good memory. I don't. I can't remember.
You know, we've had over 9,000 check-ins, and I have to tell you, I was talking to a gentleman today on the phone who reached out to us. He's an author, and his books are remarkable, and he actually has a book on human trafficking. He's got a couple that have been pitched for movies also that are in the process. And his name was in your phone. I always give out our 866-224-5422.
He says, I was talking to Dawn. I
phone
says,
number.
You're talking to me.
So I was talking to him via email,
Yeah.
and he calls on the 866 number, and you answered. But his name was in your phone. So I said, have you met Freddie? No. Freddie, have you met Frank? No. Why is Frank's phone name in your phone? I don't know. Neither one of you know. But yet, you must have spoken to him at some point in time because it was saved in your contacts. Anyway, he's going to be on next week joining us, bringing in some books. He's written 10 books, and he's got a whole murder mystery series. He's got faith-based. He's got one that they were going to excommunicate all of these mob guys from the church, and then it's a whole murder mystery about the Pope and all of this stuff. So I think you're going to love that whole book.
It's a lot of fun.
But the human trafficking piece should be pretty interesting. So we've got him coming on. And back to our kids show. So if you know of a young entrepreneur, someone elementary school, middle school, high school, teenage, that has a show or an idea, let us know. Send us your pitch, because for summer, they're in summer camp, but summer camp does not mean school. A lot of young people are out there doing their entrepreneurial hustle, and we would love to help spotlight them on our Kids Television Network that airs every Saturday. So I've got our first young entrepreneur. She's 11 years old. It's called Sapphire Sweets. She's going to be coming in next week to do a spot, and she reminds me a lot of Lucky's daughter. She does this whole hustle of what it is. Sometimes she's reselling candies, but she also has you're going to love this, cotton candy machine.
She does.
Where she's got a kiosk in the mall.
She does.
Yes.
How come we don't have one?
We're going to bring her in instead, because it's just one more thing that we're going to have Baxton clean if we have it. But Sapphire Sweets, her name is Sapphire, which is an amazing name. And so she does cotton candy, she does all kinds of sweets. She's 11 years old. She's going into middle school, and she's had this business for about a year.
You know, Saturday morning, I woke up at 6 to get breakfast. And then I was looking, what time do you start the cartoons?
8:15.
That's what it is.
Were you up or were you sleeping?
I was looking at 8 o'clock, 8:05. I almost called you, says, where are the cartoons? Where's Jonathan?
Jonathan started, I think, at 8:09 on Saturday morning, which I love that his whole segue. The cartoons were hilarious. Bugs Bunny, Roadrunner, things that we have not seen in so long. All these Warner Brother cartoons that I can't believe, they just have to make you smile to look at them again.
But it's funny because if you go to the Kids Television Network, if you go to Comedy Central and they're playing Cartoon Network, they play today's cartoons, right? So I sent this to a few friends of mine, Frankie and Mimi, and like, oh, you're doing a throwback. What throwback? It's the only thing I know.
It's all we know.
I don't
We've
know
got
anything
people from
else.
London writing in that they love cartoons. Everyone's missing the homegrown, the old school cartoons. Monica's watching the cartoons. Everyone's loving it. And then it rolled right into all of our shows.
It's a
Gina
good
actually did ceramics, so we played her show on
That was
making
a great
mug.
show.
So she's going to be coming back in and finishing that show up this week.
Kudos to you guys putting that together.
That was one of those on-the-fly moments, but I really liked the way we got the camera right in on her hands to watch how she did it. She's going to glaze it, bring it back, and then do a whole process on the second one of how to paint and how to glaze. She's also going to be doing a sip and script is what I think it's called, calligraphy teaching class.
Ooh, that's tough to do.
But
I tried that one.
she is so great at it. And how much fun would it be to do a girls' night out or a couples' night, to come in here, we clear this all out, and do a sip and script kind of situation.
Now that you said that, we're going to have Cece do a show, not this Thursday, the following Thursday?
Yes, on WWNN.
At what time?
7:30.
So we're going to set him up. Who's at 7?
Angel.
Wow, this is going to be interesting. We're going to have a lot of people in
That's
here.
what I told you.
I love it. Cece will come in here. Will he come with his band? Or he's coming with just him and Tony?
His name isn't Tony. His
Not
name
Tony,
is Tommy.
Tommy
Vincent. But man, what a following does Tommy have? Holy smokes, right?
But it's just the two of them or the whole band?
I'm not sure. We got to follow up with him.
have to call 'cause his
Jonathan
wife-
got to go play with them on Friday night.
I know, but we don't have to film because Slick is at his other job and he has all the pictures.
And today's actually also Juneteenth, and he was supposed to bring us in a clip on that also.
He's at the other job.
But he did not bring us in the clip on Juneteenth, which is always fascinating to learn history. This is only the second year that Juneteenth has actually been celebrated as a national, I guess holiday for lack of a better word, but as a national commemorance day. It's only the second year since the late 1800s when Juneteenth started, 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, that we have actually acknowledged this in the United States.
It's really funny because when I was growing up in high school and everything, I knew the emancipation. I had to stand up in front of the class to explain that. So that's how I know it. But I never knew about Juneteenth. I didn't even know what it was.
People didn't know, and it was never considered a national holiday.
It's not approved by every state either.
But things are closed. I believe banks are closed,
Florida
law offices are closed.
does not take it as a national federal holiday.
I got to tell you, the one thing you never talk over family weekends or discussions is politics. You know how the conversation always starts? We're not going to start talking politics or getting political. And then you know what happens?
It does.
They start talking political. And there I am, Miss Peacemaker. Well, how about those Marlins? And what would you like for dessert? You want the chocolate cake or the key lime pie? And the conversation still continues over you until you just can't. I can't handle them.
But what are you even trying? Religion and politics, two subjects that even Fidel Castro said you can't touch it because it will destroy anything you want to do.
We're going to take a commercial break.
Are we taking a commercial break?
Yep. Give us a call. You can also check our QR code we'll put up for Brooklyn Cafe show merchandise. We're going to take a quick break. If you're a random dad or mom, give us a call. Let us know how your weekend was. Random moms, 888-994-4995, Studio A. And we'll be right back.
Artist Rosie Sherman paints her passions to share with everyone. Expressing herself through bold and vibrant colors, her suggestion and style are always in flux. Inspired by travels, nature, romance, and the human spirit, Rosie makes sure her depiction of women are strong and proud. Her landscapes illustrate the changing seasons in the diverse world that we live in. To find her artwork in the multiple medias you can purchase, visit rosiesherman.pixels.com.
Amy Reshevsky can help you choose the right piece that will add some magic to your space. Amy Reshevsky has a wide range of art, from abstracts to mosaic tapestries, and she paints on different surfaces, such as reverse painting on glass, tables, wall hangings, and sculptures. Her work can be ordered online at amyreshevsky.com, or you can come in and see it in real time at the Brooklyn Cafe Art Gallery. She also does commission work, so if you have an idea in mind, she can make it a reality. She invites you to reach out to her at Facebook or at email at amyreshevsky@gmail.com. That's amyreshevsky@gmail.com. Have an artful day.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
WEMP World. WEMP, the Women's Empowerment Token's mission is to support and empower women globally, while providing a platform to educate women in the cryptocurrency market. Every transaction made through WEMP Token will support the WEMP Charity Wallet and women entrepreneurs. WEMP is here to stay. For more information, visit wemp.world. That's wemp, WEMP.world.
Are you ready to relax and unwind? Come visit the Spa Facial on Ocean Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale Beach. We offer facial therapy, body treatments, waxing, men's spa treatments, and so much more. Our spa services are a great way to take a step back from the bustle of everyday life. Come take a break with us. We guarantee our all-natural products will bring you to pure tranquility. Call us today at 954-213-5034 or visit our website, thespafacial.info.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money and they can take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call, so please call right now.
Call 800-651-4808.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Proudly distilling out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Lost Harbor Spirits is a true treasure waiting to be discovered. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
I dig the
You worked really
music
hard
box.
all week, and I kind of feel bad that you worked so hard this weekend.
Why?
Because it was Father's Day weekend. You were supposed to sit back, relax, enjoy, and yet...
What are you talking about? We are on our way to San Jose. I want to tighten up all of these little elements that we have cooking.
And I kind of feel bad about that. What do you have?
This portion of the show is brought to you by Boca Magazine, which is carrying our ad.
So that's the summer edition. July and August should be coming out in July, which sounds like Who's in Grant's tomb, but it should be coming out July 1st. For more information on that.
If you tell us the page that this is located on, you win 2 free tickets to the movies at Delray.
Did you go see any movies this weekend?
I did not. I was working.
I have to tell you, I watched the J-Lo documentary called Halftime. I love J-Lo. It's her whole take, and you can tell it must have been edited because she had to take Alex Rodriguez out of the piece. He was not in there at all, but she had the ring on her finger, so it was kind of interesting that she had this whole piece and the way it was re-edited. I'm assuming it was re-edited on her halftime show with the Super Bowl and how she shared it with Shakira and everything that she has gone through. She's incredibly successful as a celebrity. You know, I love so much about J-Lo. I mean, I just think she's incredibly motivational.
So what's the problem?
There is no problem. But if you actually stop and you listen to what she has to say, it's her message and her mission about having a voice, having something to say, and feeling as if she was never heard. And that is everything that we have talked about here.
How in the world can J-Lo say something like that?
Because that is how she started as a Latina woman, right from the Bronx. She talked about how there were 3 kids and they lived in the Bronx. They shared 1 bedroom. It reminds me of your story.
They were poor, yeah.
Right, well, all of that, what it was like. And she knew she had something to say. And it was, how does a Latina woman get heard, get understood, and validated for what she has? It's not saying it, it's being heard and people understanding and that message resonating. And the whole halftime show, to see what her message was behind it, you got to check it out. It's on Netflix. It's like 90 minutes. It's a full documentary, but she has a full message that she put together for that halftime show with Shakira.
It wasn't easy for her to go up against Shakira because Shakira was like 10 years younger than her.
But that wasn't even talked about. I mean, they came together and they each got 7 minutes.
So what?
And they talked about, because most headliners get the full amount because there's one, but for whatever reason, and we know the politics behind, they shared it as 2. But,
I don't know why they did that.
Well, watch the documentary and
It
you'll
tells
see.
you why?
It tells you why she thinks they did it. You don't have, the NFL
Yeah, but
doesn't
you
come
could
out
have
and
said
say it.
no. You could have said, listen, it's either her or me. You're not going to get the two of us.
Yeah, but not if you have a message. And if you get that moment, if someone says, Freddie, you get Carnegie Hall or you get whatever, Met Stadium, and you can have 7 minutes or nothing.
I take it.
Would you take it?
But I'm a nobody.
No, if you get that moment in time, you are somebody.
If J-Lo wants to rent out Shea Stadium, she picks up the phone and calls Cohen and says, the next day, the game that you don't play a game, I'm going to rent out, or when you're away, I'm going to rent out Shea Stadium because I want to sit up there for 7 minutes and tell the world
But
my
it's
message.
the Super Bowl. They say the
Come
Super Bowl
on.
is the greatest crowning moment of any successful
They should have divided
celebrity.
it in half. They should have, because the
They
problem
did.
is.
They each got 7 minutes.
Yeah, but who went first? I would have done J-Lo 7 minutes and then Shakira 7 minutes.
That's kind of what,
But
and then
what
they had to wrap it up together.
But what they did is they put them together. And I'm going to tell you, I give J-Lo a lot of credit. You're going up against a woman who's a lot younger than her. There's a difference in music. But there's nobody like J-Lo.
But they didn't even talk about, I know we got to wrap this up. We can talk about the rest of it on the other side of this hour.
We
Have a
gotta
great
go.
morning, everyone. Thank you to WCAP. Keep tuning in if you want to hear the rest of this conversation on the other side of this break.
Don't be late. We'll see you in a little bit.
Bye-bye.
North Korea has dispatched medical crews and investigators to a province battling the outbreak of an intestinal disease, state media reported on Sunday. Michael Patterson reports.
The new outbreak, first reported on Thursday, puts further strain on the isolated country as it battles chronic food shortages and a wave of COVID-19 infections. On Sunday, state news agency KCNA detailed prevention efforts, including quarantines, intensive screening for all residents, and special treatment and monitoring of vulnerable people such as children and the elderly.
Ukraine is urging the United States and the European Union to slap tougher sanctions on one of Russia's largest banks, Gazprom Bank, which is still able to operate freely around the world because of its central role in Moscow's gas trade. Gazprom Bank, Russia's third largest bank, has been spared the kind of severe restrictions facing many other Russian lenders. It continues to oversee transactions in dollars and euros and remains part of the international SWIFT bank messaging system. Thousands of people marched through central London on Saturday in a protest over the soaring cost of living in Britain. Harry Michaels reports.
Huge crowds flooded into the British capital for the rally to demand that the government do more to help people faced with bills and other expenses that are rising more quickly than their wages. Prime Minister Boris Johnson has been criticised for being slow to respond to the cost of living crisis. Inflation in Britain and across Europe has been surging, as Russia's war in Ukraine crimped supplies of energy and food staples like wheat.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on Saturday visited the southern city of Mykolaiv, where forces have been fending off Russian troops trying to move west toward the port of Odessa. David Alexander reports.
In posts on his official Telegram page, Zelensky is seen honoring doctors during a tour of a local hospital and handing medals to troops in the Odessa region. The visit occurred ahead of a professional holiday honoring medical workers, and the Ukrainian leader thanked the doctors for their difficult and important work, officials said.
This is the latest news headlines. Buffalo, New York has one of the country's largest Juneteenth celebrations outside of Texas, according to the event organizers. Kyle Norris reports.
Each year on June 19th, the community comes together to honor the day that enslaved people in Galveston, Texas, learned they were free, about 2.5 years after they were legally freed by the Emancipation Proclamation. However, this year, the celebration of freedom in the U.S. means much more to this city. Buffalo is grieving following a mass shooting by an alleged white supremacist at a Tops supermarket that left 10 black people dead and another 3 people wounded on May 14.
U.S. Capitol Police arrested 7 staffers from the production team for CBS's The Late Show with Stephen Colbert were filming a comic segment. Capitol Police arrested the 7 people in a hallway of the Capitol building on Thursday night. Politico confirmed that the 7 individuals were staff members with the show. A surge of tropical moisture brought more rain chances to much of the Intermountain West. While much of the region found the rain beneficial, some found that too much of a good thing could lead to serious impacts. The surge of moisture known as the North American monsoon was already present Friday night in places such as Tucson, Arizona and Albuquerque, New Mexico, where a swath of rain brought wet conditions overnight. A flash flood warning was even issued farther north in New Mexico. COVID-19 vaccines will be available for children under 5 for the first time following their approval on Saturday by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The CDC's Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices unanimously recommended approval of vaccines made by Pfizer-BioNTech and Moderna for use among younger children. And that's the latest news headlines. I'm Alan Edwards.
Artist Rosie Sherman paints her passions to share with everyone. Expressing herself through bold and vibrant colors, her suggestion and style are always in flux. Inspired by travels, nature, romance, and the human spirit, Rosie makes sure her depiction of women are strong and proud. Her landscapes illustrate the changing seasons in the diverse world that we live in. To find her artwork in the multiple medias you can purchase, visit rosiesherman.pixels.com.
Amy Reshevsky can help you choose the right piece that will add some magic to your space. Amy Reshevsky has a wide range of art, from abstracts to mosaic tapestries, and she paints on different surfaces, such as reverse painting on glass, tables, wall hangings, and sculptures. Her work can be ordered online at amyreshevsky.com, or you can come in and see it in real time at the Brooklyn Cafe Art Gallery. She also does commission work, so if you have an idea in mind, she can make it a reality. She invites you to reach out to her at Facebook or at email at amyreshevsky@gmail.com. That's amyreshevsky@gmail.com. Have an artful day.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
WEMP World. WEMP, the Women's Empowerment Token's mission is to support and empower women globally, while providing a platform to educate women in the cryptocurrency market. Every transaction made through WEMP token will support the WEMP charity wallet and women entrepreneurs. WEMP is here to stay. For more information, visit wemp.world. That's WEMP, WEMP.world.
Are you ready to relax and unwind? Come visit the Spa Facial on Ocean Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale Beach. We offer facial therapy, body treatments, waxing, men's spa treatments, and so much more. Our spa services are a great way to take a step back from the bustle of everyday life. Come take a break with us. We guarantee our all-natural products will bring you to pure tranquility. Call us today at 954-213-5034 or visit our website, thespafacial.info.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money and they can take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call, so please call right now.
Call 800-651-4808.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Proudly distilling out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Lost Harbor Spirits is a true treasure waiting to be discovered. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Won't you take me by the hand? Won't you let me know what's up in your head? And I know, oh, it might not be the right time for you and me. And that's okay, as long as you're happy. Yeah, that's okay, as long as you're happy. Won't you let me know what's real? Won't you tell me just for once how you feel? And I know, oh, it might not be the right time for you and me. And that's okay, as long as you're happy. Yeah, that's okay, as long as you're happy. Won't you take me by the hand? Won't you let me know what's up in your head? And I know, oh, it might not be the right time for you and me. And that's okay, as long as you're happy. Yeah, that's okay, if you wanna be without me.
Hey!
What are you doing?
What in the world is
Wait,
that?
play that again, Josh.
Play that again, Josh.
Hey!
What are you doing?
He's doing the dance.
That's the random dad dance when your daughter surprises you for Father's Day.
That's terrific.
How nice is that?
I love that.
I love that.
You remember before COVID, I went over to the other side and did the train mystery. And the day that I was going to the train mystery, I was in the bathroom brushing my teeth. I looked like Grand Tuck Richmond.
Yeah.
So there's a knock at the door. And I told Linda, open the door. She says, I'm not dressed. She was dressed. I'm not dressed. You open it. So I opened the door, and there's Gio and his family for Father's Day. I was like, wow. So I can relate to this.
It's so nice,
but that's
right?
Texas. Oh, my gosh. She flew in and he didn't know.
Isn't that nice?
That's the best.
It's so funny because my daughter-in-law, she flew in to surprise her father for Father's Day. But he saw the booking of her airline ticket on the app. So
Why people gotta be looking where they don't belong?
So I say to Chuck, it's what happens when you dads are overlooking things. So Katie did it right. Dad didn't look, Dad didn't find, moms know everything, and then the dads figure it out. It's pretty cool.
Anybody ever surprise you at the door? You ever get a shocker?
No, I don't think so.
The day that Aaron gives you a child, when they have a child or your daughter, you'll be shocked.
That is for sure.
Do you know, Gio never told me that he was having baby Joey. I went over to his house and he gave me a box with all this baby stuff in it. And I couldn't relate one with two. I couldn't understand. And they're looking at me like millennials do, like, what is wrong with you? And I couldn't relate.
How could you not get that?
I said, this is nice, but this shirt doesn't fit me. Because they had just gotten married. I didn't think that they were gonna have baby Joey that fast.
Neither, they probably didn't either. There he is.
And there he is. I love that kid. That kid, over the weekend, he calls me Pop Pop because I bought him a toy. Now he wants to go shopping. And his vocabulary is so clear. I mean, very clear.
Smart kid.
And Rowan talks to me. I understand him better now. And the other, Babaluski, he's just
he's like a roar.
He says, I'm gonna, he gives me the evil eye.
That's what happens with 3 grandsons. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're still waiting on Sarah. We'll see.
So I was told that Lady Gaga also has a documentary out. It's called 5'2", or I think it's what she told me it's called, on Netflix. I want to watch that one also. We were talking about the J-Lo halftime piece. And she and Shakira are united. I love the tie. Slick, where are you? I thought you were off today.
I know. Thanks, Slick. Thanks a lot.
So she talks not anything bad about Shakira at all. Not that it was a competition, nothing. It was just that the NFL was in this point in time when women weren't getting noticed, women of color were not getting noticed.
No, but this is J-Lo. The conversation 5 years ago and today are night and day. I mean, can you agree to that?
As far as what, race?
No, color, great. Yeah, J-Lo is a somebody.
Do you know J-Lo played Selena in the Selena movie? Yes. I did not realize that. That's how long ago it was.
My cousin watched the movie 52 times.
So Chelsea had it on yesterday at the house. I can't believe, that was a 27-ish-year-old J-Lo. Unbelievable.
And you remember Selena?
I remember the
movie.
Another
tragedy.
Yep.
Tragedy. Everyone in my house cried when that lady died. She was a superstar.
So I can't believe she did that. But her message is... It's interesting to watch because she was, she gets looked at as the diva and what she wants out of life. You know what? She just wants the best when she puts a show forward. And for anyone who knows to do what you do and work, you want your best product at work. We want our best when we put our shows forward. And that means set design. That means camera angles. That means all the things that I say I don't want to see in a shot. They may say I'm a diva also, but it's the message that you want conveyed out to the public. You want it to look the right way. So I understand what she's saying.
I bet you do.
And what she's doing.
I just think that her timing of saying it, there's a time when you say things and there's a time when you teach things. And I think that J-Lo now is at a time that she should help other Boricuas, female Boricuas, who are in their position to be heard.
So watch this documentary. Remember all the little girls that came on to dance on the Super Bowl halftime show?
She's helping all of them?
She talks about where she met them, giving them this opportunity, all of that, because that's exactly what it is. This is a dance school down in Doral.
How come we're not there?
Because I guess she has a house in Miami, I don't know. Or she was
but why aren't we there? Give them a platform. Give them a platform. Listen, that's what the Kids Television Network is all about.
So she went and she had her daughter spotlighted, but the cages that came out in the Super Bowl piece, she explains what they were all about and the pushback she got from the NFL on them. I mean, so much went into her thought process on her segment that you don't realize went into it, of what it is and why it is. All those young dancers, remarkable.
Yeah, but you don't want, you see, the NFL is in a position that they don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, because even their traditional, you got to hire minorities as coaches didn't work out too well. They're getting sued by players and coaches that didn't get, a whole bunch of stuff. So they have other issues. So they don't want to be offensive. Everybody's a little too sensitive for my flavor. Cages is part of the act. You can't, remember that thing with the Follies? Those? That they had cages on there? Or you're going to take it off? Come on now.
But things you don't realize as to why she had them, and it's
you should have her bring those kids.
We should have J-Lo bring the kids, absolutely.
Well,
J-Lo,
she doesn't have to bring them,
she
can send them, because she's not going to show up here, right? And I understand that. I watched the movie yesterday called Chef. You ever seen this movie?
With the grilled cheese?
He makes the cubanito, he makes the Cuban sandwiches. He was a chef in a big restaurant, and somebody wrote something negative, and he lost everything.
No, I didn't see that one.
And everybody backed out on him. So he got this beat up truck, and he wasn't a good father, and divorced from his wife and all that. And he brought his son in to help him make these cubanos. And he started in California, Texas. He did the whole region that doesn't have this, New Orleans, that doesn't have this food. So every time he turned around, the line went for miles. And they were trying to figure out why people were coming out. It's because the 10-year-old was using IG and putting 1-second photos of what they do until he had 6 seconds. And he kept putting these out. And I want to fill this place.
You want to fill it, and it's, but the
I want to
social
do
media
6-second
piece
social media pieces.
the social media piece is tremendous. Remember I sent you and Slick, did I send you the picture of Aaron over the weekend? That's
No.
exactly what, I did send it. It was,
Not to me.
I did send it to you
It
guys.
didn't make it in my new email.
It may not have sent it to make it, like here it is. Aaron was out over the weekend and he saw Jimmy Butler. Because
Oh, yes, I saw that.
he follows Jimmy Butler on Instagram, and Jimmy Butler, I guess, has his own line of coffee. He's got a coffee truck, and he put out on Instagram, IG, over the weekend. He was where he was going to be and when to come down and join him for a cup of coffee. So Aaron's like, heck, I got nothing I'm doing right now. I'm going to go down. So he goes down. He saw the picture, right? He's sitting like you and me, as close to each other. Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler said the only thing he did not want to do was talk about basketball. He just wanted to have a cup of coffee and sit with people in the community. And apparently that clip made it on the news because people started calling Aaron and saying, I just saw you on the news. You were sitting next to Jimmy Butler at his picnic bench.
I don't want to hear this because I sent your son invitations to come have a cup of coffee. He don't come.
So he went, he got a t-shirt, of course he got a mug because it was, of course, a great marketing, but he found out because he follows Jimmy Butler on Instagram and he went down.
And that's what J-Lo did in Marry Me. She explains how Instagram, how all the social media platforms bring people out to the stadiums, to the concerts, to anything. So I think I'm going to learn from her and Jimmy Butler, which I'm not a Heat fan, so that I think we should do more of that to bring people in here.
Agreed.
And even if they buy stuff and we don't put it towards a cause, I got no problem with that. I'm not looking to make money at it. I'm looking to increase the frequency of it.
Amplify your impact. I hear it all
Everywhere.
over. Everywhere. Everyone's talking about amplifying your impact, spotlighting your business. Reach out to us. It's what we are so passionate about doing, but it is everywhere because everyone is in. I got to tell you, someone told me this morning that she has turned off the news for the next 2 months. She's done because she can't deal with the frequency of what it's doing to her. And I get it because the frequency, what it's doing, it's bringing people this way. It's not elevating. So what our crew did is they gave me some articles to increase frequency. As a matter of fact, I saw they found a dinosaur. You're not going to believe this. With a belly button.
Where?
Fossil of the dinosaur with a belly button. Which means, right, we all know dinosaurs are not mammals, and mammals are birthed
How
from
can
their
they have
mothers.
a belly button? They birth from eggs.
So here's the kind of cool thing. So there's a string that attaches to the egg sac.
Oh.
And they went through all the scales, and they removed a lot of the scales, and they found like a scar, and they call it a belly button, from this attachment of the string to the egg sac. It's kind of cool, right?
Did you hear the other breaking news?
The egg sac?
They found my belly button that fell off. Did you hear?
And I did not.
It was in somebody's sandwich.
Just gross on so many levels. It reminds me of what Bailey left in the refrigerator last week.
They left the sausage.
And we were like, Bailey, what is
the
this?
hell was that?
But here they tell me a 40-year-old mom of 3 becomes the first female Olympian to finish a triathlon in under 8 hours.
That shit's nuts.
She made it in the history books by becoming the first female over 40. That's pretty amazing.
You should do a triathlon.
Only
You'll be
in
the
your
first
eyes.
female over 50.
7 hours and 34 minutes and 19 seconds.
You could do it.
She broke 3 ribs this year, fractured her collarbone, punctured a lung in a cycling accident that almost ended her career, and she still went on to do this. Think about how amazing people are, and that's all on mindset.
Well, why wouldn't you do it if somebody told you to do it?
I don't run and do what you
Yeah.
think I do. I mean, I do, but I don't do what
I
other
remember
people do.
when we were at iHeart, we had that banner up on the wall. Didn't we have another banner as well?
It's right there.
Yeah, we had that banner up on the wall.
that
We had
one.
2 cams.
Yep.
You were on there with a guest sometime.
And then we had your hot dog banner. Where is that hot dog banner?
It's in my car.
Is it? We gotta bring all these things back because this is our whatever year anniversary week of our first show together.
But the funny thing is, you used to tell me, I don't do this.
Yes.
I don't do that. I don't do this. And I don't do that. All of a sudden, you're talking about angles, about cameras. I don't do this. You're talking about things that you don't want to show on the set. I don't do that. And all of a sudden, you got $1 million set around you with artists from all over the world. So for somebody who don't do, you sure as hell do a lot of do.
But I was thinking today, has your message of why you do, and I don't even know why you do what we do. I've never even asked you.
I don't have a message.
What's your why of why you do this?
Why do you do this?
You can't answer a question with a question.
Who said that?
You.
I don't say that. My answer is your answer. I do it because you're going to tell me why. Explain to me why you do it.
Why I do it, which is so much why I love the JLo piece, is because I have things to say, and I think everyone else has something to say, and everyone deserves their time to voice what they have to say and
But
be
that's my why.
validated.
Why do I need any other reason?
Because maybe you have a different reason as to why
I'm
you
here.
do what
I
you do.
witness. I see. I help produce it. I help push it out there. Why do I need another reason?
Because a lot of people have their why.
And then I want to bring them all.
You know,
I want every why.
When I first started working with you, and I was a health coach at the time, and I was going through this whole career coaching situation. Remember that?
Yeah.
And the first thing they give, they open up your book and they, okay, find your why. Define your why. And when you define your why, when you have these rough moments, if you go back to your why, you will always be able to see if you're still resonating with your why. And a lot of women say their why is their families. They do this for their children. They do this for their spouses. They do this for a variety of reasons. But I think a huge percentage is for my kids. And I remember thinking that was a why. And then I remember thinking that why wasn't my why. That why would be for my kids' why. That wasn't my why. So as I've done this more with you, it has evolved into my why is bigger than that.
Well, maybe you do something because it's for you.
That's what I'm saying. So the why is different. So what is your why of why you do this? It's not for me. It's what's for you, for Freddie.
I explained that on Friday. I am a vessel, and you're the wine. And everybody that comes in here fills that wine so we can share it out to everybody. I've been doing this so long, and I spent so many hours trying to be creative over the weekend. Deliver the bits and everything else. The news that you saw at the top of the hour.
I love that.
All of these different things, musicians and people that talk. Josh playing with CC on Friday night.
Amazing.
Those are my whys. You see, I get to enjoy and sit back. That's why when I go to the movies, I have a popcorn, I sit there in my comfy chair, and I'm in my zone. I don't need a why. I just need, why not? And the more I do, the more I want to do. You know, I want to thank Jack for putting us an eye on South Florida. And hopefully he likes the entertainment. And, you know, today we started to throw back on the things that got us to where we are today and where we're going to go. Those are all the whys.
Because I think it's really important, which I said that to you this morning, to go back to think about how we started, what our roots are. And things change and we pivot and we do all the things that we do. But this is not about a pandemic. This is about business growth. But why we do what we do, why we're still able to do what we do, is to go back and see why is it important to you.
You know, it's funny because there are certain times when you and I, we do certain things that involves women. And I sit here, you know, and I listen and I watch, and women have a big impact on how they feel impacts men. But men can't say nothing because we can't give birth. And I go back to that example all the time. You can't talk a woman's language until you can give birth. Then everybody's even. That's never going to happen. So you got to sit here and sort of understand what's going on. You know, you don't lose track of the conversation. I may ask you a question because I don't know how to ask a question in that direction. It's all about the balance of it.
Interesting.
It's all about the cleverness. I know who's running the board, whether it's a male or a female. I know who's doing sound. I'm aware of everything. I'm aware of who's walking around here when Jonathan's going to go get his lunch. I'm aware of everybody who's watching what they're doing, who's doing the commercial and the spots. I could tell you just by watching a spot who did it. Because I listen. The gift is not what you get. The gift is what you give. So all these kids, and you see how good they can be. I mean, Josh got to play with CeCe on set.
I really would love to see some film
I
of that.
would love to see pictures of that. I think the kid has skills. Really, a lot of skills. I threw a lot at him today. It took me 2 days to learn what he's doing and learned it in an hour, if even that much.
It's amazing, right?
But the most amazing thing about all this is after all the time you and I have been doing this, 6, 7, 12, 11 years, whatever it is, you still show up. You still kick it. You still try to make it better. And when you tell me, can we change this commercial after working on it for 3.5 hours, I say to the back of my head, this is what makes you different than anybody else, because you care. Because you want it to be the best. Because what you want is my why. Do you understand? What you pushed around this to make it better, you even brought in the producers. And we don't call our producers interns. I would never do that. They're all producers. They're all creatives. You brought that idea in with your daughter. Not me. Facebook wasn't me. Instagram, was that me? IG was me? Because if I'm misstepping here on any of me's, you let me know. But I do listen. You say I want to put this blue beautiful painting from Amy Reshevsky up, I get it up. I put it up and I make it work.
You do.
So my why is, my answer is looking at you, what you do.
So, you know, I still get amazed when things come here in the studio that we don't plan. Like this picture behind me came in last week through another show with Rose, the alchemist, and Sally paints. And this picture came in, and they're all variety, right? Some look, they're very detailed painted with swirls, and then there's a big tree, and then this one with the stars. And they're all different. And she says to me, she says she has hundreds of paintings at her house, and she asked her angels, point me in the direction of the ones that I need to bring today. So she brought all these paintings, and I'm looking at it, I'm sitting back looking at it, and it looks just like my wand. Just like the angels behind me. I can see the wings and I see the wand, never met this woman. And those are the things that I look back and I go, wow. There's just a greater universal force than us, and how it brings all of this forward.
And The Alchemist numbers, fastest growing show I've ever seen in my life. And she doesn't pay for anything. Everything is just put out to see what happens.
Some of the quotes that she put out over the weekend are spectacular. And she's away, and she's doing all this over the weekend. She's in Italy, I think.
But it goes to show you that, and what the crew did on Friday, from soup to nuts.
Fantastic.
How they responded when we asked more of them. How they cleaned up after themselves. They cleaned the studio, and they shut it down. Really? I mean, that's a well-oiled machine.
It was amazing.
So there's the answer to your question.
Our why, what it is. All right, we're going to take a commercial break. A little bit of behind the scenes as to what? No, but I know you're not going to. As to why we do what we do. Give us a call. Come on down to the studio, 888-994-4995. Studio A, give us a call. We'll be right back.
Creative, enchanting, whimsical. Artist Gina Bella is always creating artwork based on real stories and emotions, expressed through Italian papers, paints, flowers, metals, and clay. Her feelings and stories come to life. Complete with glittery diamond dust over paintings and pottery, Gina Bella is always creating new pieces and commissions. You can find her work in staging homes, family Christian bookstores, New Jersey boutiques, and the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery, where she offers personal guided tours of her latest art pieces. Gina can also be found hosting weekend art camps, where she teaches adults and children pottery, painting, and jewelry. For more information on Gina Bella and her art, contact livinglifeartfully@gmail.com or give a call to 954-857-5444.
I'm Heidi Wild, and the only moisturizer I use on my skin is Javon's Desired Radiance. Javon's quality starts with producing the goat milk of the blue herd. It could make your skin look and feel younger and more radiant, just like mine. And now, there's a Javon's Desired Radiance for men, too. Order now and find out for yourself at javon.com.
Coming to a theater near you, a new musical you won't want to miss. Mario Lanza, His Life, His Song, celebrating the life of renowned tenor and movie star Mario Lanza. Starring tenor Ian Michael as Mario Lanza with soprano Maria Kesselman. Watch these award-winning operatic singers in a sensational theatrical evening of music, laughter, and drama. With 7 shows throughout London, don't miss your chance to see this spectacular performance in person, beginning March 24th through May 15th, or catch it on the Brooklyn Cafe's live stream on April 14th. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit mariolanzamusical.com.
Do you need a strong cup of coffee to get you through your day? Try your very own Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee, the official coffee of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. You can pick up a bag from us, or 2. Contact us at 866-224-5422, or just stop on by. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Suite 13. Come on in, grab a bag of our signature Brooklyn Cafe coffee. The cafe doors are always open.
Coffee News is a fun, family-friendly weekly publication provided free to restaurants, coffee shops, and waiting areas for customers to enjoy. Grow your business today through the power of effective, affordable advertising. Coffee News is an active marketing medium specializing in the ongoing weekly promotion of your business. This builds awareness for your company so you become known as the leader of your industry and develop brand awareness so people think of you first when they want your services or products. Maximize your visibility and achieve outstanding results. For more information on Coffee News, contact Sunrise Coffee News at mail.com or give them a call at 954-951-7870.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, CEO of MyPillow. I support this show, and I would like to offer you our biggest discounts for listening. So please go to our website, mypillow.com, and put in the promo code at the end of this message to get the biggest discounts. Again, thanks for listening, and God bless.
I didn't know some Medicare Advantage plans may pay for dental visits. Did you?
I didn't know some Medicare Advantage plans may pay for transportation to my doctor. Did you?
I didn't know some Medicare Advantage plans may pay to have my prescriptions delivered directly to my home. Did you?
These and more are important benefits some Medicare Advantage plans may give you. So if you're eligible for Medicare, call us right now because you could enroll in a plan with some amazing additional benefits. Call now.
Call 877-286-1285.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
You decide. This shirt came in today all by itself. The shirt walked through our doors, and I said, that's on one of our producers, Jonathan. He wore this shirt in today, and it says, you decide. And everyone looks at it like you looked at it. You decide whether you choose to be happy today or sad. It's still the same half circle, and you can go up and smile or down and make a frown. You choose.
Semicolon, parentheses, semicolon can mean so many different things. Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing, right?
It is, and you also have a
great spot.
You have a quote of the day piece that what is that?
That was it. That was kind of like our...
Well, we have a quote of a day we're going to be doing as a segment.
Okay, I think we should.
Did you see that the lady with the Happy Show, Billmore, what's her name?
Drew Barrymore?
Yeah, won 2 nominations.
Did she?
Won 2 nominations.
People want to be happy. I really think that the majority, there are people that don't. There are people that like to live in I see the darkness on the other side because they thrive on it, because they get energized by being in that spot. But the majority of people, I think, truly want to be happy, and they work hard and so hard to be inspired and motivated, like Ellen's show, like Drew Barrymore's show.
Ellen's Scott, she ended the show.
But her show was so much based on happiness and giving back to other people. Oprah as well, informing people of what to do. I was watching a crazy thing this weekend. There's a new food plan. I don't want to say diet because people think about losing weight. By Dr. Mark Hyman. Fascinating man. I can't believe I actually had PBS on this weekend. It was like one show to the next. It's a new diet. It's called Pegan. It's paleo and vegan.
Oh, you sent me that.
And I sent you that because what it talks about is how food is medicine, which we talk about all the time, and the right foods for the right things that are going on in your body, the right foods to eat at the right times. And not everyone can be vegan because sometimes getting all your nutrients and amino acids are really kind of hard. Your glutathione they talked about through vegetables only, because you need protein in your body. And he's a big proponent of animal protein because you can get a lot of protein from that. So it's paleo, which is the caveman diet, right? So it's no processed food, and vegan, and putting this together, and inflammation and how it fights inflammation, how it helps with diabetes, how it helps with so many autoimmune issues. It's just eating the right foods at the right time. I thought it was fascinating. So there are cookbooks out there. He has recipes out there, different things. You know, we do coconut milk and different smoothies, lowering your inflammation.
Well, let me ask you, if I take a piece of chicken and I grill it, and salt and pepper. But you can't put too much salt because that's no good for you, but you need salt. And pepper, or it is what it is. And it tastes like shoe polish. So how healthy is that if it tastes like shoe polish?
Why would it taste like shoe polish?
Because it's bland.
So no one's saying you can't put other foods with it.
But this is what happens when we start adding cheese, we start adding stuff to it.
Yeah, but if you're adding mushrooms and onions, I know you can't have peppers, garlic, seasoning, broccoli, cauliflower, the cruciferous vegetables. They always talk about eating. When I met you, I was a health coach, which is funny. Eating the rainbow, which means eat colors of the rainbow. Purple cabbage. I know you don't like peppers.
No cabbage.
Kale.
Yuck.
Broccoli you like.
Broccoli.
Cauliflower you like.
I love it.
Spinach. Cooked spinach.
I'll eat it.
You know, things with the right
Tastes
seasonings.
like a wet mop.
Spinach? Yeah. You got to put the right seasonings and different things on it.
Tastes like a wet mop.
But it's really interesting that the right foods, and if you learn to change your taste buds, what it can do for you.
Cucumber, I eat cucumber now.
What it can do for you. And they're not saying, you know, just eat salad without dressing, but there's healthier dressings. There are different things that don't have all the fatty acids in it.
And here we go. So you give me a salad and I can't have blue cheese. Oil and vinegar. You know what that tastes like? A wet mop.
But there's other things. You can put citrus in it. You can mix it
Citrus.
with you can mix it with mustard, and you can mix it with garlic, and
mustard.
you can do all of these.
I don't like those things. They don't taste
Well,
good.
here's what it comes down to. If someone says if you can change the way you eat and look at food and live a healthier life, would you? And then it comes down to that you decide, the colon, parentheses, do you decide to or do you not? And then there are people that say, someone was talking, there you go, you decide. Do you choose to modify your food choices and maybe walk? Or do you not? And I'm not saying you, I meant you as people
I could be the guy on the
listening.
right eating citrus salad. Or I could be the one on the left having a cheeseburger from McDonald's.
But you like blueberries, you like strawberries, right? Things with fruit.
I eat them. Well, you know, this
You can put those in your
the
salad.
word like in food, I get a different understanding.
You would prefer a bacon cheeseburger with blue cheese dressing. I get it.
That I like.
Right? That you like.
But I will eat strawberries, cantaloupe, all the fruits.
But if you could have, I don't even want to say a cheat day, a day where you could pretty much have anything you want if you ate cleaner the rest of the week, would that be worth it to you?
No.
If your feet felt better, would it be worth it to you?
Yes. But the bottom line is, I fast a lot. Like I will eat now tonight.
Well, he talked about intermittent fasting also. 12 to 16 hours tops, and then you have to eat. So if you're eating dinner at 8 at night.
That's the problem.
8
I
in
have
the
to eat at 6, no later than 6.
So if you eat dinner at 6, by 6 a.m. you should be eating again. Or by 10 a.m. you should be eating. You shouldn't be waiting until 6 o'clock at night to eat. because your body needs food. Your body needs fuel, and what it's doing is it's holding on to all that sugar and all that fat, and it's not metabolizing it the right way.
So I drink a lot of water, so then I urinations out the sugars.
You need to do intermittent fasting no more than 12 to 16 hours.
You see, there's nothing right. Everything is you got it, you know?
No, it's not that.
Yeah,
it's just about
is.
finding modifications.
No, there isn't. You got to be the face on the right.
You decide, the happy face or the sad face?
The sad face. Sometimes you have to drink medicine. It's horrible, but you got to take it because you got to get better.
And then there are people that just say, you know what, forget about it. I want to eat and enjoy my life the way I choose to enjoy my life, and it will be what it will be.
Now, what do you do when you're on a diet? You go to dinner, and you go with friends out to dinner, and they're having steak and lobster. What are you going to do? You're going to order a salad? What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
You can have it, and maybe instead of having the 16-ounce steak, maybe you cut that steak in half, and you have the 8 ounces, and you take the other 8 home.
Are you going to have the salad like you, where you had the you sort of a little dibble, a little dressing on the
Listen,
side?
I eat the way I eat. I can't tell you everyone eats
But that's
like
the
I
way
do.
you like it.
That's the way I like it.
And you have pepper. You put a lot of stuff in your salad.
But you know why? I've eaten like that for so long in my life that when
You
I
like
eat
it?
otherwise, I don't feel well. So I've learned to eat
Really?
that. Yeah. So if I eat a heavy steak, we actually ordered in from a good restaurant Saturday night. Chelsea was over, and everyone was like, yes, let's order from there. And I looked at it, and it was delicious, so they tell me. I couldn't eat it because it was just way too much heavy food. It just wasn't for me, but they all said it was delicious.
You know, I started doing something on the weekend that I've never in my life done before. That's why I had the breakfast thing here. You cut everything in half, and you order a box. And I put everything in half in a box. I did it when I went to the pizza place. Took my lasagna, cut it in half. Took the bread rolls, cut it in half. And ate half.
There you go.
And I've never done that before. But I don't want to be eating all this stuff at one time. It doesn't let my body catch up. And I felt really, really good this weekend.
It makes a big difference. That's the first thing they tell you when you go to all of these plans is you go out, you cut it in half, you look at the portion size, and take the rest home for later.
But it's not easy doing that.
No, because we're living in the society of food, of more food is more. Have you seen the prices for food?
They're horrible.
Prices of food is crazy.
Oh, and by the way, there's toilet paper at Costco and paper towels. Go get it.
Why is there a shortage again?
Who knows?
We're not going to talk about this, but here's another interesting topic to talk about. You saw in Texas that the building that once housed the KKK, they're making it into a racial justice center named after the black man who was lynched, and that would be Mr. Till, I believe. So they're making this building into a justice center. What do you think about that?
I think it's long overdue.
Do you think it means something by taking this building and repurposing it for good?
I think that the ones you have to ask are the people that are going to be using it and let them give you significance on it, because we all know that the building stood for hatred. But let me ask you, you're Jewish. Do you think that they should keep the places in Berlin that killed so many Jews?
Where they have the camps and they keep it as a remembrance.
Same difference.
They keep it as a remembrance. So I'm a little torn on this because of that, because I'm a huge believer in energies and souls. And the souls that inhabit this building, I don't think, and I know, if there was a KKK place, were of any purity of heart. So to bring in a racial justice center on this footprint, in my opinion, I think it should maybe be looked at much like the camps were and left the way it is, but then build something as a racial injustice center, even next door to it, like they have Yad Vashem in Israel, where it's a Holocaust remembrance site that commemorates that, but they have not touched Auschwitz and Birkenwald. They don't have a museum where people go in and buy things. It stands the way it stands to remember it, because I think if we water down too many of these places, you see what happens. We forget. If they had turned all the camps into justice centers and they had put air conditioning and changed everything and rebuilt it, what would that look like? So in my opinion, this hurts my heart because I think it should be left in its history of what not to do. and put a Justice Center maybe next to it, or take it down. Because I think the souls that inhabit it are not clean
But they're
souls.
using it with new people, new souls, for the good.
Can you change the energy inside a building?
Of course you can.
You think?
Of course.
But I definitely think they should honor those that were lynched. I definitely think it should be commemoration to all those people that were hurt and not treated the right way, and it should stand definitely as a message of hatred and what not to do, for
Well,
sure.
in Puerto Rico, you have in San Juan, you have the forts, San Cristobal, and you have El Morro, and these were forts that fought against when they were at war with the Spanish, with the Spaniards. And you can still see the holes that were left from the bullets and stuff that they took. And it's a big tourist trap now. Everybody goes up there for their eating and this, and they take millions and millions of pictures. It's always been as a sign of freedom for the island of Puerto Rico. The way I see it is if its purpose is used positively, I still don't get the ones in Berlin. I don't know how that works, but if it serves something that's positive, I'm all for it. It depends on what they do with it.
That's what they do.
You know,
right.
if you bring in hate on top of this, or a hateful person.
I mean, this is in Fort Worth, and the premise is to make it a racial justice center.
Which is kind of cool.
To make it right. For everyone, not just blacks, not just for those that were lynched, but for everyone, blacks, Hispanic, Jewish, Catholics, LGBTQ communities, really to stand as a placement of justice and not hate for any nationality, any color of anything. So a lot of things to think about.
My sister is going to retire at the end of the year from New York. And she is deciding whether she should retire in Florida or go to Arizona with her daughter. And she told me yesterday that things in New York are just so out of hand because they promised more cops and only 300 cops are coming. The rest of them failed. They didn't pass the test. And there is so much hatred going on everywhere in New York.
Really?
That the greatest city in the world is really in bad shape. Now, this is her opinion.
Why is
right.
there so much more hatred?
Well, I didn't understand that either until I woke up this morning in Harlem, 139th Street. I think 2nd Avenue, there was a massive shooting last night, but only one person died, but people were taking guns out because there isn't enough police presence. And what she's telling me is that the cops now, they don't feel like they're in control anymore. They've lost their edge. And now they're doing it to make a paycheck. So you gotta look at what's going on around you and what is being asked of you. Police and fire departments have to run into the fire. And when they're in the fire, if you're gonna blame them for everything that goes wrong, and I'm not saying that they do everything right, even the ones that do things right become affected. So this is a constant reminder to educate. You know, we talked about this last week. If you don't educate, even the cops, if you don't educate fire department, if you don't appreciate them, what happens when you don't feel appreciated? You stop doing your job.
Well, it goes back to what we talked about, right? Your why. Why do you do what you do? Do you do it for the paycheck, or do you do it because you're truly and passionate about what you do? I mean, you talk about, have you been to the 9/11 memorial?
I haven't done that yet.
What that is, and like I said, there are souls that live within these buildings that are now new buildings, but the energy still is there. It's still palpable. You can feel every soul as you walk deeper and deeper into that. But it was built as a memoriam, as a teaching, as what happened,
And how
what
long
not
did
to
the
happen
fights
again.
take? What was it, 7 years in the courts, the fights?
What not to happen again, and what's going to happen at Surfside. You know, things like down in Miami, that building. I don't know what's going on with it.
We just celebrated the 1st year anniversary on that.
You know, and they're still going through the litigation on that.
There was a movie that I watched over the weekend called Remember Me. And there was a kid that was...
Jonathan?
It's got to be Jonathan. There was a kid that was... he was meeting his father in the World Trade Center. And his father took the sister, his daughter, to school that day. And you see him at the window. The way they ended the whole thing is that he's at the window of the World Trade Center, the old Trade Center, when the planes then hit. And Linda and I were watching this movie last night, and And she knew right away. She said, oh, you know what? I didn't know that this was this. Maybe we shouldn't watch this. No, I could watch it. But it just reminds me that another September will be rolling around. And I try to explain to those that weren't there just how baffling you feel on that day. And it's the same thing that you as a Jew feels with the Nazis and what happened on those days, you know, when they were freed and what have you. And you have to sort of pinpoint your emotions so that if you want to educate somebody, you can't be emotional to educate them because they're never going to feel your passion for it. It doesn't exist. The education behind it, this is why they're going to keep the building up. The education behind it is, look at the building. You know, there was bad things that happened in that room, in this room. And they're trying to teach the facts, not the passion. So you got to be able to separate that. Can you do that?
Well, look at the building in Parkland. Do they keep that building or do they take it down?
Biden wants all those buildings torn down because he's living the passion. The one in Texas, I think it's already been agreed they're going to tear it down.
The elementary school?
Yeah, because, and the one in Sandy Hook, they should tear down. See, the problem is that they're living a passion because right now what's happening in our country is passion. It's a bad passion. It's a negative passion. They came up with a new thing for guns. American Express, MasterCard, and Visa, the three of them, three credit card people, they are able to put a number on the sale of guns. So the three different elements that occurred, $94,000 on a credit card, $29,000 on a credit card, $9,000 on a credit card to buy the guns that were used in mass destruction and mass chaos. If those three credit cards had a number, you would red flag the purchase and the sale without violating his constitution. They just want to talk to you.
So if you're buying a gun, you're number one, or the 500 gun?
It has a number. When you get your shoes polished in New York City, there's a number. It tells the person you're getting shoes polished. When you were in the medical field, and
like a coating?
Yes.
Okay. Like an ICD-9 code
That's
or
right.
something. Okay.
That's right. So nobody wants to do that because it's going to violate. It doesn't violate anything. It's just like a HIPAA.
It's like a HIPAA, right? You got a common cold and it's going to be a V whatever.
So they give you vaccination, or they give you
There's a code that goes to your
penicillin.
insurance company, sure.
Every med in this country has a code.
Yeah.
So when you buy, say, more than $2,000 worth of armament, why do you need $10,000 worth of bullets? The guy in Vegas that shot during the concert, $94,000. So do you think that they would have picked this guy up or at least talked to him? What are you doing with so much armor? What are you bringing up an army? So now Visa, MasterCard, and
American Express,
American Express, they're like, whoa. So they took this to Switzerland, where Switzerland will take the company that's doing this. They want to do it. And they say, no, you can't do that. It violates. It violates what? It doesn't violate anything. They're not telling you can't buy it. They just want to know you're buying it. What you going to do with that? You're going to shoot 1,000 deers a minute with a submachine gun that goes off at 100 rounds a minute?
Interesting.
I'm going to tell you, it's clever, and they be more clever. So I'm going to keep you up because now I'm hooked into it. I think that this is a good first step. It ain't going to resolve the problem, but it's a good first step. Let's talk to those. I told you, better put more guns in better people's hands and take the guns out of bad people's hands.
We just got to raise the elevation and the frequency. Today's National Ice Cream Soda Day. We should go get some ice cream sodas.
Seltzer? They don't do it that way no more.
Where's the best ice cream soda place to go around here?
The one in Fort Lauderdale.
Jackson's?
That is the numero uno soda place in the entire planet.
Really? Have you ever been there?
Yeah. I used to live right next to it.
Jackson's Ice Cream. We got to take a road trip. All right, you ready to wrap this up?
I'm ready.
Game time tomorrow. Join us each day this week as we celebrate our 6th or 7th
When is our anniversary?
Anniversary tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
We're going to have to do something weird. Oh, you know what we forgot?
What?
The puppets.
Tomorrow.
Oh, we're doing the puppets tomorrow. Don't miss this.
All right. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.
Getting so much closer by staying apart, singing a song of hope and love that will heal. You hurt when I hurt, I feel what you feel. We will survive, we will stay strong. Love is the word, and hope is the song. The streets are empty, but the sky is clear. You want somebody and can't have them near. Taking shelter where you can, when the world is at stake. Alone together, trying hard not to break, singing a song of hope and love that will heal. You hurt when I hurt, I feel what you feel. We will survive, we will stay strong. Love is the word, and hope is the song.